Good afternoon, all. It's right, Sunday, 23rd of February, 2020. Just an update on this channel and the things I'm going to be doing in the future. Right, people have asked, when am I actually going to be doing fishing again? I'm actually got to turn this game off on my phone. People have asked when I'm going to be fishing again, and also milk detecting and magnet fishing. Well, at this present time, I'm not doing any of those. What I'm doing is I'm doing some bushcraft stuff, and I have a separate channel for bushcraft, and the link to that will be posted down there in the description. So if you want to check out my bushcraft channel, please do so. What I'm doing is I'm actually building a temporary shelter, more like a little mini cabin kind of thing, to keep out of the horrible wet, rain, and the cold. And if you want to go over and check out the progress, feel free to. I'd like to get a few more subscribers and viewers, and even some comments. But people have actually asked, when am I going to do fishing again? Well, my license actually runs out at the end of March. So unless we get some decent weather, and I mean decent weather, warm, very warm weather, I won't be going out doing any fishing. Same with milk detecting and magnet fishing. Alan wasn't well. He's had a cold, and he also damaged his arm, so he wasn't able to do too much. And he did send me an email or message the other week saying that you don't want to be doing any more milk detecting just yet, not until the summer warmer weather gets here. So that's okay, because I'm in the process of doing my bushcrafting. I've stopped doing milk detecting for a little while because of the crappy weather we've been getting over the last few weeks. We had that Korea, what's it called? Kyra or Korea. Bad weather. We had Storm Dennis, I think it was called, just recently. And apparently we're going to have some more really windy high gales soon. We've been getting nothing but crappy rain, and that has made the fields completely, muddy, sloshy, boggy. When I was last time milk detecting, my feet were sinking in, and it was a bit of a problem trying to get out of some of the little kind of sinkholes it was creating. So I've decided, because I've not really been out camping as much yet. I got the interest, from watching a lot of YouTube videos on bush camping. And my fear, to be honest with you, is actually going out and camping on my own at night time. Because when I go out camping, I'm usually camping over Clapham Common, where other people are usually camping out. And I just do some fishing and talk to whoever's there. And then, hit the sack and sleep overnight and come back home the next day. But I want to get out and experience, being on my own with no one around me, apart from, the weird creatures that roam the night time. Where I'm actually building is on the permission where I do milk detecting. He's given me complete consent that I can do it. He's offered to, help me to cut some trees down if I need them, trim the back wall, which I've just completed. I've got 2 more logs to put on the bench bed, because it's going to be acting as a bench and a bed. So I've been working on the bushcraft more than anything else. I'll explain what they are on the bed in a minute. So I know some of you going, oh, what's that he's got in the bed, you know. Metal detecting, magnet fishing. We will continue doing that, but not until, you know, we get the warmer weather back and it's not peeing down the rain and having gale force winds, and, you know, because we can't do it. We just can't do it. Some of you guys will brave it, you know, kind of thing, but I can't do it. You know, as it is, when I go out metal detecting, you know, it's so sticky, that mud, you know, you kind of like defeating the object, you know. You can't dig into the ground properly with a spade. Not where I am anyway. And it takes like 10 minutes to find one bloody object, you know, kind of thing. And it is back-breaking work as well. You know, I know what I'm doing at the moment is a bit back-breaking as well, but at least I can take my time on that, and I am taking my time on it. It's no big rush. But yeah, as I say, you know, metal detecting and magnet fishing will start up again, you know, possibly when we got better weather, you know, the summertime, probably April, May time. When Alan's ready, you know, we can go out and do some more stuff with Alan. Fishing, as I say, normal fishing. My license runs out on the 31st of March. So does the permit for Clapham Common. And you're talking about £60, which I ain't going to be able to afford to pay for the year, you know, kind of thing. You know, I can go over Clapham Common, not Clapham Common, Mitcham Common, and do a little bit of fishing over there without no problems, because like no one comes up to you and asks for a permit, or, you know, if you've got a license or nothing, you know, kind of thing. So I might go over there on the odd top, you know, on a very odd occasion, and, you know, do a little bit of fishing over there. I don't know yet. I'm not too really worried about fishing at the moment, you know, to be honest with you. It's just that I want to do, you know, a lot more metal detecting. And while it's, you know, like this, you know, you can't really do much. So I thought, well, if I, you know, build myself a little kind of base, if I do go out and it starts peeing down the rain, at least I've got a shelter to go to. You know, there are like little horse shelters, you know, metal tin, like covering, but, you know, the horses need to go in there. So I thought, well, you know, if I get permission to build, you know, a little base myself, little camp with the permission from my landowner, then I'll do it. And he has given me permission, so that's what I'm doing. I'm on Series 1, Episode 4. Next time it'll be Series 1, Episode 5. And what I normally do there, you know, you can see me like, you know, constructing, you know, trying to get a fire lighted, because, like, you know, over there the wood is so wet and damp and groggy. It's very hard to light a fire up over there. So I've been using the flame torch to, you know, catch the bloody fire to light up. I've been out buying a few bits and pieces to try to help me to keep, you know, get a fire up and running. And I've also been processing stuff, which you can see on the bed, and I will show you that in a minute. So I've been, you know, trying to find ways to keep the fire running all the time. It's sort of like keep making fresh fires every hour, because it's kind of hard, you know, to keep a fire running with horrible, wet, damp wood when you're trying to cook something, you know. And I have cooked over there. I've cooked egg and bacon, I've cooked like pork, and I've cooked some other kind of stuff as well. The next time I go, I'll probably be taking the rest of the bacon and sausages. I might take a bit of pork as well and cook. And this time, remember the herbs, because like last couple of times I keep forgetting things. And even, you know, when you are building, it's kind of like annoying because things do go wrong. I mean, they do go wrong. Like, you know, this, because of the wind, you know, the wood's wet and it's causing a lot of smoke, and the wind's blowing the smoke in your face, and, like, you know, you're getting a bit pissed off with the smoke, like, getting in your face, and getting rather annoyed because the fire keeps going out. So not the episode I uploaded the other day, but I think it's episode 3. I was getting really peed off, you know, and I was doing, you know, a bit of swearing. But last time I was there the other day, it wasn't too bad. And I am a person who does swear, so, you know, you just have to, like, take me as I am. No, we all swear time to time anyway. But I do watch a lot of YouTube videos on bushcrafting. Some people don't talk at all. Some people do talk and try not to swear. But I've seen videos where people do swear, and it's just part of, you know, humanity, I suppose. So metal detecting and magnet fishing will start up probably within the next month or two. Normal fishing I won't be doing, I don't think, probably until next year maybe now. Nature walks, which I have on this channel, may stay on here, but I might actually upload them on my other channel as well. I'm not sure yet, because I did go out yesterday looking for fat wood. Fat wood is like resined wood from pine trees. What happens if a pine tree gets damaged, like a branch gets broken, it tends to like mend itself, and you know, you've got this resin coming down and like trying to repair the branch. If the tree falls down and dies, the resin tends to go all the way down to the bottom near the roots. And I was out trying to find a pine tree yesterday over Mitcham Common. Couldn't find them, none at all. But as I decided to give up and go and do a little bit of shopping over at Mitcham Town Centre, I did see a pine tree in someone's garden, and you know, bark was like sticking out, so I just grabbed a little bit of bark. So you know, I'm going to give that a bit of a test out when I go back up to my base, which will probably be within the next couple of days. As I say, I've been trying to process wood as well, and I went to Poundland and bought some. It's like a briquette. It's 2 briquettes. What you do, you have to burn the paper to actually burn whatever's inside the paper, and this is it. It's just like wet, but it's more like damp granules of like wood. What kind of wood it is, I don't know, but I've taken it out of the bag and split it into like 2.5 bags, and I'll be taking some of this with me when I go up there. Yesterday I did a video on my other channel, my bushcrafting one, where I made these. These are petroleum wax cotton balls. Now you can actually light a cotton ball with a lighter or with a fire starter, being one of these ferro rods and a scraper. Now I've got a bad finger because I was doing a lot of like trimming the other day and I got a blister. But no, this is meant to cause a spark, like so. I think you saw that one. So I've done some of these yesterday, and I did a little bit of testing. These work quite well. Now with a normal cotton wool, you know, if you get a spark on it, yeah, the cotton wool will burn for like, you know, 20 seconds. If you put wax on a cotton wool, it'll burn for a couple of minutes. So if you do wax and petroleum jelly, and you mix the petroleum jelly in with melted wax, and then pop the cotton balls in, and you soak the cotton balls in that content, that fluid, for even like 10-15 seconds, and then take them out and put them on, you know, something to dry them off with, like a newspaper or kitchen foil or something, yeah, and leave them to dry out. When you go to use them, you can actually light them with a normal lighter, and they will light up quite nicely. But if you're using one of these ferrous rods here, it didn't actually want to catch. So the only way you can actually get these to light is to break them open, because although these are covered with wax and that other fluid, petroleum, or whatever it's called, not petroleum as in like, you know, the nuclear. Let me just go and get, I'll keep forgetting what it's called. It's not plutonium, it's petroleum. That. And you get like tubs of these for £1 in the Poundland. So what you do, you melt your wax, and I had like a big candle like that. Use the cooking bread tray, melt the wax, put 2 tablespoons of this in, stir it up, and then you put your cotton wool balls in, the actual melted wax. You know, just cover the cotton wool ball up with it, leave it there for 10-15 seconds, take them out and just let them dry out. Now when I was actually trying to catch these on fire, using this, it won't catch a spark on the actual candle, but if you actually break them open, there is still dry cotton wool in there, which hasn't been affected with the actual wax and the petroleum jelly. So if I just take one out, it's going to be a little bit hard to open these up actually, because it is waxed. I don't think I'm going to be able to open it actually. Using my little file. So you can see, you know, bits of cotton wool still there, yeah? When you break this open, you just pull, you know, the little bit of cotton wool out and you just strike it and it will catch. And on the video I did yesterday, testing one of these out, it caught on the corner and that corner stayed light for at least 3 or 4 minutes. The rest of the actual cotton bud, the cotton ball, hadn't even been touched. So one of these I reckon could probably last up to 10 minutes or so. So I did make some more of these because what I did today, I chopped some wood up and I made these little fire sticks. Call them fat sticks or fat wood because it is similar to their fat cotton balls. Now fat wood is the resemblance of wood from a pine tree, being this. And if you scrape it, you know, it does have a smell. I can't remember what the smell's called, but it is it's kind of like distinct kind of smell which this wood gives off. And what you do, you get a knife and scrape it, and then you use your firelighter or a match, and these do light up pretty good, but they can be a little bit expensive. So people, instead of like buying it, they make their own. And to make their own, because that has a like some kind of residue in it, yeah. People have thought about making their own ones by using wax and petroleum. So that's what I did, because I was watching the guys yesterday, WAUK, on YouTube, and I did actually have the idea of covering some sticks up with wax a while ago, but I didn't really bother about it. But when I saw WAUK doing his ones with petroleum and doing the demonstration, I thought, well, I'm going to go out to Mitcham Common, and on the way I'll see if I can get some petroleum jelly and get some more sticks if I can. Now, I didn't get no sticks, but I did get some firelight stuff. Then I've got some bark over at the Common. I've got 3 small boxes of highlighters, which is this, and I've got one packet open, and what it is just like little cubes of highlighters. Now, if you break one of these up like so and fluff it up, it will catch with this. So I've already demonstrated it, and it did work. So I've been like, just messing around, processing different things and trying out, what one catches the best. It's just like, trial and error, really. But, fat wood, when you actually get it from a pine tree, you can see where the resin is, which is that kind of like dark orangey red. That's the resin on it, and that's what catches on fire. Once that's on fire, that wood will burn pretty well. So I did get like, I ordered a packet of 5 sticks, which was about £3.50, I think it was, but the guy sent me 6 sticks. So, with these, I won't actually be burning them, not the whole stick by itself. I'm going to actually be processing them down like so. And, I did try this and it did catch with the fire stick, but because it's all dried out now, it might be a lot more harder for the fire stick to catch that on fire. So the only way that might catch on fire is with a lighter. But if you're using it fresh and you're scraping down and making that little kind of like particles similar to this, it's going to still be a little bit damp and it's going to catch. So, I've just been processing different bits of wood down, and I made like a little mixture of all the woods together, being bark, this firelighter stuff, that firelighter stuff. I've not put any of these in yet, but I might put some of those in. And just other little bits and pieces. There's a couple of big bark in there, but they are dry and they will catch quite nicely. So that's what I've been up to, just prepping and preparing wood. I made some like little matchstick type ones, and I've done the same kind of thing with these, like I've done with the cotton balls. I've covered them with wax and petroleum jelly, and I'm yet to test them out a bit later on, because I have done a video of showing you how I actually make them, and then maybe in about an hour's time, when they've dried off a bit more, I'll continue doing the video, and then once I've finished it, I'll bring it in and upload it, and it'll be on my bushcraft one. But this I can't show you the actual wrapper because I've thrown the wrapper away, but it comes in like a paper bag, and you get like 2 kind of like bricks for this sawdusty kind of thing, which it is, kind of dampish. I don't know if it's got any particular fluids in there apart from purpley water, but the way you'd light it is by lighting a paper. These you have to like take out of the bag because it's plastic bag. These come in a paper bag, and you just light the paper and it should actually light up, and it's supposed to like keep burning for up to 2 hours. These ones, I'm not sure how long this burns for. It doesn't really say on the actual packet how long each little block actually lasts for when you're actually burning it. So I might do a little test tomorrow and cut one of these blocks off, light it, and see how long that will stay alight for. I could, cover them in petroleum jelly and wax and make them last even longer, which I might do. I don't know yet. I need to get some more candles actually. So that's what I've been doing really. I've been preparing stuff. I've been ordering stuff on eBay. I've just had to get some more big nails, which I took up to my base the other day, and I ran out. And these are like the 75mm ones, because I was actually hammering the logs down when I was making the bench bed, so the logs won't move about, because when I tried laying it, you could feel them moving about. So, you know, what's the point of like trying to sit or lay on a bed, a bench bed, if the logs keep moving about? And I've done it a completely different way than other people would do it. So that's it really, and that's what I've been doing. You know, the milk detecting and magnet fishing will probably start up around about April, May time, when we got the nice hotter weather back. You know, I'm not going to go out every single day. I'm going to do some nature walks as well, and you know, do a little bit of foraging. I've also want to learn about, you know, some of the outside wilderness. I bought 3 books, which I don't know if I've actually showed on this channel or not, but I bought Rainier's Essential Bushcraft, How to Identify Edible Mushrooms, and Food from the Wild. Now, someone did tell me, you know, even though you find a mushroom and it looks like it's edible, I wouldn't really eat it unless you've got an expert to tell you it's edible, because it doesn't give you the proper colouring of each mushroom. So, no, if I find mushrooms, I'm going to just bring 1 or 2 home as samples, take pictures of them, upload them on my Facebook or on my channel, and ask if anyone can tell me if they're edible or not. And if they are, I'll probably go and forage some and take them up to my place and cook and eat them. So, what else is there? But yeah, I've been having a good time now making my little base. It's not even halfway completed yet. I still need to do 3 more walls. I've done the back wall and camouflaged it with like leaves and bush parts because of, you know, you could actually see it from the actual main forest. Because where I am, I've got like a little bit of woodland on my on the permission I've got. Then you've got like a little bit of open field where the horses go up and down. Then you've got some barbed wire fencing where just across that barbed wire fencing is the actual woodland that the council owns. So, you know, I've been lucky enough to find a lot of down wood because someone was doing some chainsawing and cutting tree branches down the other day. And I actually went and had a look and I found some bits and pieces that I really needed, which was pretty good. But I still need to complete one side wall. Then I've got the other side wall to do. Then I've got the front entrance, which I want to make a door entrance for. And then I've got the roof to do as well. And I'm thinking about having a brick fire pit inside the actual building instead of like having it outside all the time. You know, I'll have one outside and I'll have one inside. So if it gets cold and, you know, it's late at night time and I just want to sit in a, you know, a little hut I'm building. And it is going to be like a hut. It's going to be like a little mini cabin in one way. I'm going to put some shelving in there, have candlelight, maybe a couple of, what are they called? Lanterns. Put some lanterns in there. Might take a radio up there and listen to. And play, you know, take plenty of food up there and cook. So, you know, it's going to be a new experience for me. You know, camp out overnight and, you know, just get the use, you know, the sounds, get used to the sounds of, you know, what is up there. Like, you know, when a fox screams at night time, you know, like in the mating season, it sounds like a woman being strangled, you know, kind of thing. So, you know, and, you know, you've got to take heed that, you know, it's not someone being strangled, it's a fox. You might hear, you know, little footsteps, which could be the horses, could be rabbits, could be some weirdo, you know, trying to creep up on you. You never know. Could be someone just, you know, walking their dog in the main forest behind you, because it ain't that far from the main forest. Well, woodland, I should say. It's not a big forest, not even a big woodland. You know, it's probably a few acres, about 4 or 5 acres. Yeah, you know, I want to learn about being out on my own. You know, I will tell people who I am, especially the landowner. If I'm going to camp over there overnight, I'm going to, you know, definitely see him during the daytime because he's up there 7 days a week. And I say, look, you know, I've built the base. You know, he's already seen what I've done. Wow, you know, been working hard, Steve. I said, well, yeah, but that's only a quarter of it done yet. Still got the rest to do. And when I've done it, I'll be camping out overnight, sleeping in a little hut. And when I do, I'll let him know. So I say, like, tonight I'm going to be camping in, my hut tonight. So, just let you know. And, if he wants to come and check to make sure I'm okay, next morning, that's fine. I'm not saying how many nights I'm going to be camping there because I've got a cat to look after. I can leave the cat on her own up to 72 hours by, which the vet's told me. So, if I do like 2 nights up there, so if I go out there one day, do the night, start the rest of the day, do the next night, that's 48 hours. Come home, within the 72 hours, and then, feed the cat, make sure she's okay, spend a day or 2 back here, and then if I want to go back up there for another 48 hours, I can do. Because I don't want to be stuck in all the time. I want to get out and do things with my life before, it gets too late. So I'm 55 now, for fuck's sake, I'm getting old. I want to kind of get out and enjoy myself. I might even try to do a little bit of hiking as well, take my tent with me, sleeping bag, but that'll only be, in the summertime, and, camp out on some farmland, get permission to camp out, and just like take my little cooker or, some wood and just like have open fire if they allow me to, and then just, enjoy myself a little bit, before the winter comes again. So anyway, I've got to go because I want to check out these sticks. I've got to continue doing the video on these to see if they actually work or not. So, I've probably made about between 70 to 100 of these little sticks and about 17, 18 of these ones. And what you do with these ones, you can either put it on the fire as it is, or you just scrape it with and make like a feather kind of thing. And then you use a scrape up your fire lighter and see if it catches. And that's what I'm going to try a bit later on. And that'll be recorded and put on with the rest of the video, which will be uploaded on my bushcraft channel later on tonight. So it's 7:30 now. I'm going to shut up and go and make something to eat. Check on the rest of these, see if they've dried out yet. Especially the other 20 odd wax petroleum cotton balls I've done, just to use up the wax which was left in the pot, and try to get that uploaded for tonight. So any other updates I'll let you know, but that's what I'm going to be doing anyway. That's what I'm going to be doing. Bit more bushcrafting once the better weather's going to be here. Get out and do some more milk detecting. So when I start doing the milk detecting again, on my permissions, what I'll do is I'll go up there, milk detect for a few hours. Then when I feel like I need to have a rest, I can always go to my little hut, cabin, structure, whatever you want to call it, and have a, make a little fire, put a kettle on, have a brew, possibly cook something to eat, lay down for an hour, then get up, and then get back to milk detecting. And if I feel like, it's warm enough to stay overnight, I'll probably stay overnight and then get up early in the morning and do some more milk detecting. So that's what my plans are anyway. But normal fishing, as I say, I don't think I'll be doing that until next year again. So I can't afford the license and I can't afford the permit at the present time. So unless someone wants to pay for them, then, all's fair well. But for now, I'm not worried about fishing. I'll still go out to Common and, camp out overnight and just, see who's up there and have a chat. I'd take a rod with me before my license does run out at the end of March. And, probably do a little bit of leisuring or a little bit of floating. But I ain't going to, worry about it. I might do the odd 1 or 2 visits and that's it. until next year. Right, anyway, I'm off, and thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to check out my other channel, the Bushcraft channel, the link will be down below. All right, cheers.